tell them check out the blog, bro. YouTube channel called MKO. It's Pugilism Boxing Algorithm. M stand for Marvin and Kevin's initials KO. Yeah. What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section. Hit the bell notification to be notified when we drop new content. So this one I'm talking to you about Conor Benn versus Formella. So yeah, this fight, going into it, I definitely saw it as a step up, because obviously Formella has been in there with the likes of Sean Porter, held his own a little bit in the Porter fight, took him the distance. So, you know, we know that this guy is a tough guy, because we know Sean Porter is a relentless guy. I wouldn't say Porter's the biggest of punchers, but he's one of those guys that will grind you down, get you out of there, you know what I mean? So yeah, this was a step up, because obviously Benn hasn't been boxed anywhere near sort of world level, or, you know, that anywhere near that yet. And that's, you know, that's fair enough, because he's still quite young. He turned pro 19 years old without any real amateur experience, you know, not many bouts. I don't think he had. I think it was only about 12, or it might have even been less. I think it might have even been less than that. So he comes into this as a real novice to boxing, and he's done well for himself. He's learning his trade on the job, sort of thing. So I think he can sort of take his time, and this was a good little step up for him. As the fight opened up, he came out there, bolted out, you know, sort of. He started off the fight taking some, you know, quite a few risks. You know, even in the opening round, looking to land power shots, looking to load up. Came in with quite a low slung left hand and stuff, and, you know, he began, you know, sort of throwing hard jabs, hard right hands, and, you know, he let Formella sort of know that he meant business from the opening bell. And he just came, you know, it was in some ways a little bit, it was a little bit too, I think the thing I didn't like about some of it was it was a little bit too open, or too willing to take shots, you know, early on in terms of countering. And I think, you know, okay, Formella's not the biggest of punchers, but you gotta still respect him in a way, you know. So it's, you know, you don't just put yourself there for counters. But, you know, Benn was in there. He didn't really mind. You know, for me, he took a few too many in a way. But again, that's just, you know, that's if you want to nitpick. But for the most part, throughout the fight, you know, Benn was in terms of winning the rounds, quite dominant. You know, put on very good display. He landed a lot of flush shots on Formella, you know, and, you know, you can tell for Formella, one thing we can say about him, he's no puncher. He's definitely not a puncher. He landed a few times on Benn, and, you know, flush and everything, and you could just see the difference in the authority of each fighter's punches. When Benn hit, you know, you could tell that Formella moved and whatnot, and you know, but when it was the other way around, Formella hitting Benn, you know, didn't really bother him at all. And I think that's part of the reason why he was, at certain times, he was willing to just take, you know, a shot. But you know, overall, good performance by Benn. You know, the fight pretty much had the same pattern from beginning to end. Benn sort of throwing, landing more. Formella sort of, you know, Formella being quite slick, but again, you know, just not really doing much to bother Benn. You know, he just didn't have the tools in his arsenal to really bother Benn. I suppose for Formella's part, he maybe could have got on his bike or something and made it a bit more difficult, but yeah, overall, he's no disgrace, Formella. He took a lot of flush shots and, you know, clean shots. And one thing we can say about him is that, yeah, he's not a puncher, but he's a very tough guy, because Benn hit him flush, you know, numerous times, and couldn't get rid of him. So I think in terms of this fight, that's kind of, for me, the only thing that Benn might have been able to do better to put a stamp on the fight is to stop this guy, stop Formella. But at the same time, we could also say that from Benn's perspective, the good thing is he can take this home. Coaches can look at this fight, he can look at this fight, and you know, this can be a time where he can improve, he can sharpen up, and you know, tighten up whatever he really needs to work on. But overall, good performance by Conor Benn. And after the fight, he said he wants there's only one fight he's interested in, Josh Kelly. And yeah, me too. I think that's, you know, I really want to see that now. I mean, I think that would be a very entertaining fight. Josh Kelly is quite a fancy Dan, you know, he's a mover, he's quite slick. Again, I'd say he's not really much of a puncher, and I think that would be a very good step up fight for both, you know, very good fight for both guys. And yeah, I'd love to see it too. I'm kind of in agreement there with Conor Benn. So hopefully we can see that fight next, because I think that's a great step up, perfect step up fight for Benn. You know, and good fight for Josh Kelly as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the future with the career of Conor Benn. But overall, good performance. One of the, you know, some are saying career best, and yeah, he is one of the best in his career. Showed a lot of maturity in there, and yeah, we shall see what happens next. But for now, that's just my thoughts on it. Congratulations to Conor Benn for winning his unanimous decision over Formella. So till next time, this is MKO Pugilism, over and out. I'll catch you next time.